What's up, guys? This is your boy LamaGuy633, and welcome to my new series called Abandoned Nevada. This is the show where I will be traveling across the state of Nevada and exploring and documenting abandoned places that I find. And I think this first episode is a good way to kick it off because today we are exploring the Mason Valley Country Club in Yerington, Nevada. So firstly, I just wanted to say, I got inspiration to start doing urbex from watching YouTube channels like Dan Bell and The Proper People, among others. Especially Dan Bell, since he does the Dead Mall series, which is my favorite series, actually. Going into abandoned retail and malls, just documenting their history and explaining like the glory days, what went on. So yeah, it's given me an undying fascination for our abandoned retail across the U.S. Because it's like you got to realize, you gotta take some sort of appreciation for abandoned retail, like appreciate the history that they hold. Because you never know if one day they might be repurposed, or if they might just go away forever, torn down or. So yeah, massive thanks to Dan Bell and the other urbex channels for inspiring me to get into this kind of stuff. So the Mason Valley Country Club was opened in 1964 as a 9-hole golf course, and throughout the years has been known under several different names, like the Yerington Golf and Country Club and the Arrowleaf Country Club. I'm not sure which one is the official name, so we'll just stick with the Mason Valley Country Club. It was expanded to an 18-hole golf course in 1997, and we're not going to explore the actual golf course in this video. We'll just be exploring the country club part. But the country club, it featured a small restaurant and a bar. And here's the thing that kind of intrigued me, because later on in the video, you'll see they left some menus behind. But in 2010, since this place closed down in 2010, I brought that year up because on one of their dinner menus, you could get a 8-ounce steak and a lobster tail for $27 back then. It's incredible. $27 for both of those in 2010. Nowadays, the steak alone would cost $27. So that's another thing, appreciate, all the things that are left behind, because some of them, they can actually tell a tale. So here we are, taking a little tour of the kitchen, and you'll see, as you saw before, they left a bunch of spices and seasonings, but you'll see as the video goes on, they left a lot of other things here too, like, uncooked food, like unconsumed food products, like stuff in cans, stuff in like little plastic containers. They had boxes and bags of uncooked pasta, which I'm kind of curious as to whether those would still be good to eat now. If you guys know anything about that, just leave your response in the comments, because I want to know. I want to know if 12-year-old or 13-year-old pasta is still safe to consume. And yeah, they left a lot of stuff, food-related items, consumables. They had boxes of soda syrup. They had some bottles of alcohol, too, which probably nobody in their right mind would want to drink now. And this is incredible, since this is my first truly proper urbex video inside an abandoned place where they just left stuff behind. And it was also really lucky that I could get into this place too, because a lot of places like that are abandoned, they'd be locked up on every little corner. So it's like you got to find that secret little area to get in. And once you're in, you're basically golden. Just try not to get caught, though. That would be a really bad day for you. fucking bag of macaroni. It's fucking insane. Oh, and fettuccine too. Wow. So, as you guys may have heard earlier, this place was closed in 2010, which, I mean, I thought this place was closed down much earlier, since there's older aesthetics, like, as you saw inside, and there's also, like, old technology, like old TVs and stuff. But as I started looking around the property more, I saw, like, an old security camera. It doesn't work anymore, but it looked like it was a newer model than what would be seen in the 90s or early 2000s. And then it hit me, because I realized then, there's undeveloped housing scattered around, like in close vicinity to the golf course. So that's when I realized, oh, you know what? This place must have closed down after the housing market crashed. So, 2008 basically claimed another victim. And, I looked it up. And sure enough, this place did close down in 2010, which makes sense since there's like some newer aesthetics in there too, like ceiling fans and lights. But it's incredible, what effect the 2008 housing crash had on our economy, especially on our retail. And here we are looking at some on-the-job literature for employees that were used to work here. One of the things that caught my eye was a sign that said something about lie detector tests. And it had me thinking, did they actually do polygraph tests in the earlier days, like when they used to hire people there? And because I've never heard of new hires requiring polygraph tests. Because I've worked a lot of jobs, and not once have I had to do a lie detector test. So this might have been an older thing that they used to have, but maybe they got rid of it at one point. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's really interesting to look at all of this old, on-the-job literature and stuff. And here's a nice little shot looking out at the main floor from the bar. It's really incredible how neatly this place has been kept for 12 years. There's not a lot of dust everywhere. It's it doesn't smell too bad in there either. It's like the air in there is somewhat breathable. I mean, there's no black mold or there's no, dust, or not much dust, actually. I mean, I wore a respirator in there just in case. But I've been back a few times without a respirator, and it seems fine to breathe. And that's another thing, when you go to explore these places, you got to know what environment you're going to be exploring in. So always bring the proper equipment. This looks pretty funny. Caffeine free. Oh, look, there's still a can in there. 2 cans, actually. One of them, I think, looks like it's unopened. Somebody tried to bust that in. I wonder what this room used to be. Now the fun part, the restrooms. These are some pretty nice looking stalls. Can't see the same about the toilets though. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Abandoned Nevada. It was really a lot of fun to get to explore this place. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified for future videos. And also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at LG633. And I will see you in the next episode.